This time we'll do take a moment of silence or prayer. Thank you. Dr. Hall, 1.3, do we have any adjustments to the agenda tonight?
We do not, but I want to make sure, Mr. Crew, did you start the stream? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
All right. 1.4 is the core purpose of South Madison Community Schools. Our core purpose is success for all students. The core goal is at least 90% of students pass language arts, English, and mathematics on state assessments. Character, we will continue to be an institution guided by ethical strength. Students, we will continue to put students first in our priorities and our decision-making. Service, we will continue to be an organization known for its servant spirit. Stewardship, we will continue to embody the qualities of stewardship. .5 is comments from patrons. At this time, we did not have anybody sign up to make comments. We'll go to 2.1, board committee reports. Do we have any board members that would like to make a report? Angie?
I don't have one yet.
Kevin?
No.
Mark?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. 3.1, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees on March the 7th. We received these in our packet and you were able to examine them. Are there any questions about the minutes? What's the board's pleasure with the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Angie Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
I need to abstain, I was not here.
John Lord.
Yes. Thank you. 3.2, approval of accounts payable vouchers. We received those in our packet. Are there any questions about those the board wants to make? Okay. What's the board pleasure on 3.2?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Angie Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans. Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Lord.
Yes. Subsection 4, consent items, 4.1 through 4.8. We take those together. They're listed on the agenda. What is the board's pleasure? Do we have any questions about those, 4.1, 4.8? Okay. What's the board pleasure with 4.1 to 4.8?
I'll make a motion to approve 4.1 to 4.8 as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have an initial call and a second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Angie Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
Mark Thompson.
Yes.
John Lord.
So, Mr. Coach Rogers, we did approve your coach. If you would like to introduce him.
Board, just wanted you, we went through the process. Chris Donahue, he will be our new JV girls basketball coach. Lots of experience through multi-levels, all the way from kind of program development with the young kids, all the way up to high school. So we're super excited to have him on board and ready to get to work. So thank you for the appointment.
Absolutely. And welcome. We're glad to have you with us, sir.
Yes.
Yep, welcome.
5.1, financial business. 5.1, Mr. McCarty, business manager.
Thank you, Vice President Lord. Tonight, the administration is requesting approval of 8 contracts that are listed in board docs.
Any questions for Mr. McCarty? Okay, what's the board's pleasure?
Move we approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Angie Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Lord.
Yes. 5.2, purchase of bus. Mr. McCarty.
Thank you, Vice President Lord. Tonight, the administration is requesting permission to purchase one 14-passenger activity bus This bus will replace the current activity bus A1, which is due for replacement under the 2024 bus replacement plan.
I have a question.
Yes.
Which contract are you wanting to go with?
We're going with the Thomas. It's the Endura, which I believe is the one to the far right of
Okay.
the first document, the quote.
It was the least expensive
Yes.
option too.
It was what?
The least expensive option.
Yeah. By quite a bit.
Now, the bottom line is for two, so the line right
Right.
above it is for the one that we're requesting permission to buy tonight.
Right.
Okay. What's the board's pleasure with this?
Move we approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have first and second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Angie Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Kinder,
Yes.
Mike Canna,
Yes.
Martin Thompson,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes. 5.3, adoption of resolution to transfer amounts from education fund to the operations fund. Mr. McCarty?
Thank you, Vice President Lord. During the budget process that was occurred in the end of 2023 for the calendar year 2024, we had appropriated a transfer of $5 million from the education fund to the operation fund. This is the resolution that will permit us to make that transfer during the calendar year 2024. But it has been, it was what had been submitted with our original budget approved by DLGF. It's an up to amount, it's not a have to amount.
Any further questions for Mr. McCarty? Okay, what's the board's pleasure on this?
I'll make a motion to approve the transfer amounts from the education fund to the operations fund.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Angie Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Kinder,
Yes.
Mike Canna,
Yes.
Martin Thompson,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes. 5.4, permission for intra-fund transfers for 2023. Mr. McCarty? Is that what we just did?
Yep.
No, 5.4?
6-1.
6-1.
Or 6-1
I'm so
now, federal
sorry,
grants.
6-1. My fault. 6-1, federal grants. Dr. Miller?
Thank you. I would like to ask for approval to allow us to submit the application for federal and competitive grants this year. This is a process we go through every year. It gives us the flexibility to meet the timelines. Some of the grants are pretty tight timelines on turning them around and may not fall within the board window. So you are giving us permission to apply for those federal grants. That's your Title I. You do have a document that explains all the federal grants and kind of gives you that synopsis of where they fall. And then you also have a summary of this past year's federal grants along with a history of Common School and a history of our competitive grants we've applied for. Some of the grants, the federal grants are formula grants. You will notice there's a couple things that have changed in there. That would be one where the early literacy achievement grant, the one that we were able to give teachers the bonus for in those primary grades, that falls in there. All of those grants fall in there. I will note that the non-English speaking grant, NASP, is now built into a formula. So it wasn't a competitive, it's a formula-based grant, but it's no longer considered a grant. I left it in there this year, I will pull it out next year. It actually is given to us in addition to the regular stipend. And you will notice our EL grant went up to $52,000 this year. It was about 15 last year, and that's changes by population. The other one that goes up, and I will note on here, Title III, we've done it with the consortium in the past. This coming year, we need to make a decision whether we carry that on our own because of the increase in allocation. Once you go over $10,000, you can host it yourself, or you can continue to partner. So we'll make those decisions based on what we feel is the most financially beneficial to our students. You can also see here that this year we have about $473,000 in competitive grants due to your allowing us to apply for those and compete for those without having the time constraints of a board meeting. We brought almost $500,000 in. That actually is up from
further questions of Dr. Miller? Okay, what's the board's pleasure on this?
Move to accept.
I'll second.
Okay, first and second. Penny, would you call the roll, please?
Vicky Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Gender,
Yes.
Mike Cannon,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Wood.
Yes. 6.2, approval of common school loan. Mr. McCarty?
Thank you, Vice President Lord. Periodically, the Indiana Department of Education offers low-interest common school loans. The money, the loans need to be used for devices for students or items for students. We are requesting permission to apply for the common school loan, and the proceeds from that loan will be used to purchase 735 Chromebooks that will go in our cycle rotation for fifth grade and ninth grade students next school year.
Any further questions for Mr. McCarty on 6.2? Okay, what's the board's pleasure on 6.2?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Penny, would you please call roll?
Andy Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Gender,
Yes.
Mike Cannon,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Wood.
Yes. 6.3, excess equipment. Mr. McCarty, Business Manager.
Thank you, Vice President Ward.
Get a waxing machine.
The administration is requesting permission to dispose of a piece of equipment at Maple Ridge Elementary. Maple Ridge acquired this as a hand-me-down from the high school and feel that it's at its end of its life.
That's something that Mr. Lord wore out when he was down there. All the other things he did there.
That's right. What's the board's, any other questions for Mr. McCarty?
No.
Okay, what's the board's pleasure on 6.3?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll
Second.
Okay, Penny, would you please call the roll?
Andy Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Gender,
Yes.
Mike Cannon,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Wood.
Yes. 6.4, House Bill 1003, resolution. Dr. Hall?
So we are allowed each year to ask for waivers from certain
6.4.
laws, and so this is, we did this at the same time last year, where we need the board to approve this resolution so we can apply for a waiver to the DOE to allow us to
There's no
have our
6.3 on that list.
e-learning days back. So we had those two, you got a question, Steve?
No, I'm sorry, sir.
Apologize.
No, it's okay, I just didn't want to keep going.
I was listening.
Oh, whatever.
I'm sorry, Dr. Hall.
No, it's okay, I just didn't want to keep going.
There- we just-
So anyways, I'm asking for you to pass this resolution so we can apply for a waiver from the DOE so we can get, the additional e-learning days back, so that we use for professional development. That's what this resolution is. It's not that we're gonna be able to do that, but we can't even apply for it if you don't pass this resolution.
We have any other questions of Dr. Hall? So what's the board's pleasure on this recommendation?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second.
Okay, Penny, would you please call the roll?
Andy Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans. Kevin Gender,
Yes.
Mike Cannon,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Wood.
Yes. The question we were discussing, Dr. Hall, was, well, I said 6.3 or 6.4, and we don't have a 6.3 up there, I don't believe.
Penny and I are having the same discussion over here, we don't know where 6.3. I think the system has caused the problem. Numbering, because I asked her a few minutes ago what happened to 6.3.
Okay.
New
We're all on
math.
the same page, we don't know what happened.
All righty. So our last new business is 6.6 on that one, 6.5 on mine. So what's the board's pleasure on that?
I would move to uphold the expulsion examiner's decision for case number 23-24-08.
I would second that.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Penny, would you please call the roll?
Andy Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans,
I was absent, so abstain.
Kevin Gender,
Yes.
Mike Canna,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Wood.
Yes. 7.1 is comments from patrons. We did not have anybody sign up for comments from patrons. Any communications from the superintendent?
Just want to give the board an update on our planning for Monday the 8th, which is the day of the eclipse. So just to let the board know that all of our, and the public know that all of our properties will be closed to the public that day. And so there'll be signs that go up starting tomorrow, and we'll be starting to block off some of our parking lots. The purpose of that is that we want to be able to open school on Tuesday. And so we're being very protective of our properties to make sure that we don't have trash and debris and those types of things left for the people that come to watch the eclipse. So starting tomorrow night through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, as we get through the events at the different buildings, you'll see that we're going to start blocking off some of our parking lots, and there'll be signage up to say that these properties are not. So, and then we have contingency plans that we've been working on this week. We've had conversations with the town. Scott Oreski has offered that if we need it, we can use their street sweeper to clean our parking lots. He's also offered to bring dump trucks if we need it, depending on what's left behind. And we're hoping there's nothing left behind, but we're not gonna risk that. So on, and then we also have contingency plans in the event that we can't be in school that day. But we're planning to be in school on the 9th, and hopefully all goes well.
Any questions for Dr. Hall about that? Great. 7.3, communications from the Board of School Trustees. Angie, do you have anything?
Yes, I did attend the career day a week ago at the high school, not as a board member, but as a business. So it was really great. I think for the very first go-around, it was very, very successful. The students appeared to enjoy talking with the different businesses and the colleges and gained information that will hopefully help them make decisions for their future.
Great. All right. Anything, Kevin?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Mark?
No.
Mike?
I, earlier this evening, attended another RDC meeting, and basically the discussions with the RDC the last months have been Heritage Way here, the development of that property, and the property has been sold, and the town's working with the developer in regard to building the road and the utilities, and, you know, it's quite a process, but it's really moving forward. But it'll be a while. Got contacted by the town planner, Ms. Herbansky. They've started a new comprehensive plan committee. And some of the things that they're interested in doing, this is to me being very proactive, is like a steering committee, project scopes, project schedules, reviewing current plans, reviewing existing land use maps, more public survey, and just development of vision and goals. They've asked me to be a part of that, and I will do that. And they wanted someone involved with the school, so I said I would continue to do that. And Dr. Miller, thanks for all the work that you do with those grants. That's overwhelming. I mean, that is just overwhelming. I appreciate that. You're very good at that. Thank you.
Buck, do you have anything?
Nope.
All righty.
Mr. Ward, can I toss one thing in here?
Sure.
So I've spoken to the elementary principals who were in the safety training meeting this week, and I would like to say that Dr. Call has us more than prepared for the eclipse. He was more thoughtful on, like, even our calendar is set. A lot of schools are changing things now. There were people at that conference, there was a big session on the eclipse, and they were telling them all the things that could happen. And our principals felt like we were ready. And there were people in the room, they're like, eclipse, there might be problems with the eclipse. And so he has definitely been very thoughtful and proactive on getting things, like working with the town on that. So it's left us in a really good space with that.
The board agrees with you.
100%.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Hall, for all your work on that.
See how it goes.
It will go well. 8.1 is the adjournment of the regular meeting. Do we have a motion on that? What's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion to end the meeting.
I will second that.
Okay, first and second. Penny, would you please call roll?
Andy Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Kinder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah.
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes. Thank you. We will have an executive session. We'll be back here at 7:30 for the executive session.